colonialism and colonization of the global south. That's what Congo is about. Congo was colonized by Belgium, but that's not taught. Education is where we start. It's the tool for changing things. So nobody talks about Belgium's King Leopold, who halved the population of Congo, something like, I can't remember, 56 odd million, chopping people's hands off to make rubber. Then, once Belgium got freedom from the colonizers from Belgium, they had their first democratically elected prime minister, Patrice Lumumba. Right? Rest in peace. Who was then assassinated. So what we're seeing is interference throughout the African continent by the Western imperialist powers. We see it throughout the Americas. We've seen it in Palestine. We've seen it in India. Divide and conquer. Very effective strategy. So everything is connected. History is connected to this moment. And because I'm an educator, I'm here for the children and I'm here for the young people who are getting screwed over in the Congolese mines, working child labor 12 hours a day for something like less than £2 a day. Women are being raped, sexual violence. Children are not able to go to school and live lives like children here do. So this seems to be what we have to convince people, that children's lives matter everywhere. The children of the global south. So in the UK they talk a lot about safeguarding and every child matters. They go on and on and on. But that doesn't apply to Palestinian children, to Congolese children, to Sudanese children. How many million are displaced currently in Sudan? 24 million? 25 million displaced. So black and brown lives seem to be of no consequence. Yet people will be in here buying tablets and phones for their children, but we need to understand where the conflict minerals come from. It's still resource extraction. People are being abused. Furthermore, last week, we had the pager attacks in Lebanon, which was probably done with all these conflict minerals, right? Cobalt, manganese, the list goes on. So now apparently the Zionist entity can interrupt the supply chain and blow people up at will. Why is that acceptable? It's terrorism. Straight up, if any other group did that, it would be called terrorism. That's what it is. One day we had 3,000 pagers explode. The following day it was walkie-talkies. It's all the same thing. But what I'd like to come to is young people in London who also experience racism in the schools, in the prisons, in the social work services. The kids I work with are racially excluded. In this country, black Caribbean children are 5 times more likely to be excluded, and that increases with special needs. So that's something we need to look at. The system is institutionally racist. A few of us were in Stratford last Sunday, protesting for Palestine, back to school, and right after our protest finished, we saw racial profiling of a young black teenager who was with his white comrades, counterparts, and the police threw him to the ground, tried to pepper spray the rest of us.
Racist police!
Which is really unacceptable. We see the police deaths in custody. We see them here. We see them in America. We saw the shooting of Nahel Merzouk in France a couple of years ago, 17-year-old. It's the same racial profiling wherever we are. We have to call it out. It starts with education. So I feel like the UK curriculum, by the way, is banned to teach Palestine from before 1967. Which means it's a huge cover-up, basically, because we know, the ones of us who know, that Britain gave away Palestine in 1917. The same way they partitioned India into India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, about 6 months later they did it in Palestine as well. So we need to I think we need to educate our kids, we need to educate everybody we know, because the schools are not going to teach them. Look up the PREVENT strategy. That's actually to racialize our kids, or children of color, and obviously targeting Muslim children. Even 3-year-olds are being arrested or referred to PREVENT for expressing distress about Palestine and the various genocides. So look up an organization called Prevent Watch. I believe last week or in the last couple of weeks, the UN ruled PREVENT, this strategy all around hospitals and schools, as racist and discriminatory. So the UN have given this government a year to respond. So in the meantime, we're being silenced and censored, and all we're saying is stop killing children. Let the Congolese children come out of the mines and study. Let the Palestinian children, all the schools have been bombed, all the universities have been bombed. I was in a conference on Saturday with teachers in Jenin, in the West Bank. The teachers are scared to get up every day because they don't know if they'll be attacked by the IOF. Just to go to school to teach kids, like the trauma is going to be off the charts. So I'll end with a few organizations that everyone can look up and highlight and share. There's the Black Curriculum, a group of amazing women who are bringing in lots of alternative curriculum, which is what we need. And the Black Child Agenda, which focuses on exclusions, which is a huge thing here and being racialized. So Prevent Watch, the Black Child Agenda, and the Black Curriculum. And we just need to work on educating people, really, because they don't know what we're doing here, but all the struggles are connected, right? Every child should matter. It shouldn't just be a slogan. And we're here for human rights. A lot of people don't know about the Uyghur situation. That's persecution based on religion as well. There are other ethnic groups that have been forced in detention camps for years. We all deserve to live and breathe and read and educate and just enjoy life, all of us, every single one. And enough with the supremacy, just make it end already. Like, free Palestine, free Sudan,